that in the American Psycho movie, there is mockery of architect Miss Van der Rohe, who famously said, "Less is more." The foundational quote of minimalism. In whole movie, every character almost dresses the same and have similar business card, which is following the design philosophy of less is more. That's why throughout the movie there is an identity crisis of characters. That's why their identity is mistaken so easily. And in middle of that, Patrick wants to stand out in this boredom. Interestingly, which is what has followed in architecture world. When Miss gave less is more, after that Robert Venturi came and said less is a bore. Towards conclusion in movie, when Patrick is on killing rampage, he runs away from the cop and tries to hide in his office building. But he gets confused and he enters into wrong office building. And these office buildings were designed by none other than architect Miss. And this is the biggest mockery of the architect. And movie's interior are also inspired by the architect. That pure white colors and all. Plus, these chairs are also designed by Miss. This movie is actually metaphor of the lost meaning of architecture. When you observe your surrounding, every building looks the same, feels the same. There is loss of character. Usually in vernacular architecture, there was characteristic according context. Now there is no context. This movie is seriously metaphor of the architecture world. As Churchill said, we shape our buildings, thereafter they shape us. And this single quote shows how much power we hold as an architect. And less is truly become a bore. Some dumb people think that Patrick is Sigma. No. Patrick is simply bored and he uses his imagination to stand out. I read this one quote somewhere which became instantly my favorite quote, which is, "Boredom is for those who can't imagine." And I hope you know that in the American Psycho movie, there is mockery of architect Miss Van der Rohe, who famously said, "Less is more."